Welcome to Chad Hates Carbs. Today we're going to be doing some breadsticks using Lupin flour. I just got a 5-pound bag in, so I've been meaning to make these for a while. And we're going to try them with the Lupin flour. This stuff does seem to be a little bit more bitter. This is the elegant beans kind in comparison to the Lupina. It's not a huge difference, but one of my sons was complaining about the bitterness of the Lupina. So somebody that's super sensitive to bitter might have a little bit of a problem with it, but we're gonna give this a go at any rate. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna separate our egg white. We just need to get 1 egg white worth. Now we need 30 grams of Lupin flour, and let's go ahead and beat this a little bit. Get that a little bit aerated. You ever seen that cooking water thing? Let's go ahead and gonna get that stirred in just a bit. All right, now we need half a teaspoon of salt. We need half a teaspoon of regular olive oil. Sorry, half a tablespoon of olive oil. Half a tablespoon of olive oil. Okay, it says that it needs to not be too sticky, but it's definitely very, very sticky. I mean, it's and I added a little bit of water to it because I couldn't get the Lupin flour to come off the sides. So now I'm going to be adding Lupin flour back in, and that seems kind of counterproductive. So we're going to try to balance this back and forth until it gets to something that's not super sticky. But again, that's going to be I think it's going to be kind of a fine balancing act. So we'll come back when it hopefully gets to a reasonable state. It's not normal that I will pan a recipe right away, but I just spent about 3 minutes trying to get this stuff off of my hands. I've added probably a tablespoon, maybe 2 tablespoons of Lupin flour, so I've got an extra 50% in, and it's super, super sticky. So I don't know if it's a altitude thing, a humidity thing, what, but yeah, I'm going to try to salvage this, but I'm not really sure how I'm going to do that. So yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm going to try to get this on the thing, and then I think we're going to change up the way that we're doing the rest of this. So be back in a second. Okay, so as you can see, I basically just painted the dough on here, and like I said, it's super, super sticky. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just pour some oil on top. Just kind of drizzle a little bit of oil on here. And then I'm going to use my, put it away, use my spatula here to kind of just spread it on top. And the goal here would be to hopefully try to get some of the salt, which we're going to sprinkle on here. There's another half teaspoon of salt. I'm just going to sprinkle it on top here. And that seems like a lot of salt. I'm going to stop. That's just way too much. And then sunflower seeds. And because this stuff didn't turn out the way that I was hoping, I have a teaspoon of sunflower seeds. Big fan of sunflower seeds. So anyway, I was going to try to do some other flavors in here, but I think right now I'm just going to stick with this. I'm going to press in the sunflower seeds a little bit, since normally you're supposed to roll them in that, but obviously that's not working here. So trying to get them to kind of mush in a little bit, and hopefully this is going to be tasty, even if the texture is not anywhere close to what I was expecting. So here's let's try and recover. This is what we got. Slab of stuff, maybe teeny tiny breadsticks, I don't know, we'll see. But we've got a 320 degree oven. It's 160 degrees Celsius is what was in the recipe, so that converts to 320 Fahrenheit. And we're going to do convection because it says with a fan, so it's convection at 320. Okay, at 20 minutes, they look like this. It's really an it. It's definitely crispy around the edges. Next time I might go ahead and just flatten them, because it actually, like, I don't know, it looks kind of cool. But it says to go ahead and just let them dry out. So I'm just going to leave the window or the oven door open. We're going to let it sit for a while, and we'll be back and do a taste test in a second. So see you then. So here's our final. And there's not going to be a lot of cutting this because it's very crispy. So I'm just going to break off a piece. This is kind of like those Lupin chips I made the other day. They were more like Wheat Thins. Very crunchy, very salty, like ridiculously salty. I'm glad I stopped putting salt on. Yeah, I would not put anywhere close to the amount of salt on that I put on there. It's definitely way too salty. I really like the sesame seed as I'm talking with my mouth full. Sesame seeds are definitely good. Yeah, next time I'm gonna. First of all, I don't know that I'm gonna make this recipe again, but it does give me an idea as far as using the sesame seeds with some of the crisps that we made last time. Definitely want to try that. Might also be good to put like some garlic powder or something like that. The texture is pretty good. The flavor of it, like I said, it's just so salty that it's hard to even guess as to what it would taste like without all that salt. But yeah, I would say this is about a 3 out of 10. This is easily the worst recipe I've put on the channel. Very unsuccessful as far as not being sticky. Like it's talking about that, and like I said, I added a ton of Lupin flour, so probably won't be making this one again. I'll try a different one next time. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed in spite of the failure, as it were, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.